how you will be back to my YouTube channel. I'm Victoria Nanos. In case you're new here and in case you're returning, thank you very much. But have you subscribed? If not, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload new videos, you get notified. Yes, it is time for trending with Victoria, and let's straight away go to the first story. Our first story comes in on a sad note, and it comes in from Makerere University, where we woke up to news that Makerere University caught a fire. That was on Saturday night. It is very sad. It is very sad news to hear that Makerere University caught fire, and we feel sorry for Makerere University students and the entire staff of Makerere University. Yes, it is not that the whole of Makerere caught fire, but their oldest building, which is called Ivory Tower, is the one that caught fire. Now, this building hosts their finance department and some other departments, but mostly their finance department. Yes, when Professor Nawengwa, the Vice Chancellor of Makerere University, was asked about the fires, he said that he doesn't know that, he also does not know the cause of the fire, but he said that the university is going to see to it that that building is put up in in a few weeks it will be, rebuilt back to its glory. Like I said, it is one of the oldest buildings in Makerere. Yes, some people have come out to say that maybe the cause of that fire was because there was a case that was tabled in Parliament about Makerere University of 8 billion that was going to be investigated. And yes, they have not come to conclusions about whether it is the investigation was going on or was going on or has started or had not started. But yes, there was a scandal over 8 billion in Makerere that was supposed to be investigated about, but as we speak, the documents were burnt, and I don't know how they are going to be able to carry out that investigation unless those documents were stored in soft copy. But if they were stored on hard copies, then that information may never be got. As we speak, no one has come out to say what the cause of this fire was, but we hope that it will be investigated, and yes, they will get what the cause of this fire was. And story number 2 still comes in from Uganda, where one gentleman was caught with a head of a child at the Ugandan Parliament. Now, this happened on the Monday of this week, and when this gentleman was caught, he was asked where he was taking this head of a child to, and he said he was going to present it as a gift to the Speaker of Parliament, that is Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. Can you imagine? Wow, like how does someone get guts of cutting off a child's head and take it to Parliament? Now, when this gentleman was caught, he was found dressed as a woman and carrying something like a gift. And yes, he was suspected by the security at Parliament. That is when they decided to check him. And when they checked him, they found out that he was a gentleman and he was carrying a head of a child. It is said that he traveled from Masaka.
Nzira ku polisi omukwato ono nzalwa y'Ebushenyi.
Kumubuuza kitegereke sente amanya ge Nuwashaba Joseph, mwami wa myaka 22, azaalibwa e Bushenyi mu kitundu bakiyita Kizinda, naye nga atugamba nti yabadde abeera Masaka.
Ng'abagenyi abalala onazze akalakala n'ekitereke, wabula ng'ayambadde ng'omukyala era nga bw'omutunuulira olaba maama awedde emirimu okusobola okubuzaabuza endabika ye.
N'emyaka 10. Okukosa abe Magero bamukutte ne bamwaza n'okumwaza, naye nga bagenze kumwambula nga abadde wadde ayambadde ebiteteeyi naye nga mwami. Kati ne tumukwata ne bamusindika bano ne tumuleeta wano ekibuli.
Charles Twine nga yayogerera ekitongole ky'abambega ba poliisi mu ggwanga atutegeezezza nga abasirikale ku wankaaki ya paalamenti bwe beekengedde ekitereko ono kyabadde nakyo oluvannyuma lw'okubategeeza nti kino kirabo kyabadde atwalira sipiika paalamenti. Oli kisumuludde amaaso bagakubye ku mutwe gwa muntu.
Naye nga tagezaako kugamba nga abadde alinga papa kati abasirikale ne bagezaako okumanya nti kituufu kiki kyalina mu bokisi omwo. Olw'oluvannyuma balemeddeko ne bagamba tewali kintu ekigenda wa sipiika nga tetukyazizza bulungi. Olw'oluvannyuma bamaze okwaza eky'omukisa omubi ne basangamu ate nga mulimu omutwe ogw'omuntu abadde alabika nga ali wakati w'emyaka 5 n'emyaka 10.
Twina agamba batandise okugattagatta okulaba obanga omutwe gw'omwana ono gwe gw'oyo omwana yasaddakiddwa e Masaka bakanywa musaayi ne bakuuliita nagussaako n'ebitundu bye eby'ekyama. Ebibadde ku paalamenti bijjidde mu kiseera nga waliwo abazadde mu kitundu ky'ekijja bwemi e Masaka abakyali mu maziga olw'omwana waabwe yatemeddwako mutwe mu nkola ya kisaddaaka baana.
Nze nabadde ngenze kuziika kati ne bankubira essimu mbu omwana Joseph agenze naye ne ngamba kamukubireko. Okukubira ku Joseph n'akwata essimu naye n'agaana okwogera. Bwe yagaanye okwogera nemugamba nti Joseph oba ompulira naye awaka bakwetaaga yanguwa otuuke ewaka. Kati awo n'aggyako essimu.
Ateeberezebwa okumuta amanyiddwako lya Joseph ng'era abadde mupakasi mu maka ga Charles Ssenyonga. Kigambibwa nti ono yatambuddemu n'omwana ono n'ekyaddiridde bwe batuuze okuzuula ekiwuduwudu kye nga kisuuliddwa kumpi n'eddongoserezo ly'amazzi erya National Water and Sewerage Corporation.
Oyo yajja ng'omuntu anoonya emirimu ayeetaaga okuyambibwa. Kati bwe twamusembeza ne tulaba ng'akola bulungi emirimu n'abeera awo ne tubeera nga tumwagala ng'omwana waffe wawaka era n'omuntu abadde tasobola kumwawula mu baana bange. Kati oluvannyuma lw'ebyo ne tutandika okufuna emirimu
tumwaniriza ne tumubudaabuda ne tumuliisa ne tumwambaza ne tumukuuma ne tumuteekateekera n'emirimu asobole okukolabire ng'omuvubuka era abadde talina kyajulwa kuba abadde akola yefuna sente ze naye enkomerero lw'ekyo ate ye n'asasulamu ebitali bituufu.
That child's family is to Kampala to bring the head to the Speaker of Parliament. Is a gentleman that was said was employed in a certain home, and these people only got to know that, you know, they were looking for their child who had got lost, only to see the head on news with this gentleman who was working for them, who they say that they brought him to their home to help him. And this is the same person who killed their child. It is very sad, and sorry to that family. I've had acts of people sacrificing people or people cutting off people's heads in the past. Of recent, those cases had reduced, and here we are, 2020, we are having this case of someone actually not even fearing to take the head of a baby that he chopped off to Parliament. What does that speak of our society? Where are our hearts? Where is the humanity in us? Where does someone get the guts of, you know, getting a panga or a knife and cutting off a child's head, or and sacrificing someone else's child? I really don't know. But as we speak, this gentleman was taken to police, and yes, he will be giving more detail of who sent him and how he was able to get to Kampala with this head of the child. It's us to story number 3, which comes in from the National Unity Platform Party that is owned by Bobby Wine or Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu, and he happens to be the president of the National Unity Platform Party. Now, a video came out this week from one Moses Chibalama, who sold this party to Bobby Wine, of him saying that, you know what, he wants back his party, and that they promise him a lot while they were buying this party, that means the National Unity Platform people, but they had not fulfilled all that they said. And he said in the video that they do not deserve to have this party. Now, when
for court, but much as the matters still before court, we had already took a change of mind that we shouldn't really cope up with these young men because they have not fulfilled all the promises that we had made to affect their changes. We formed the party far back in 2004 without knowing whether Kyagulanyi would ever come on board, whether they would come on stage or whatever it is. So we formed a political party and we've been running it on our own without anybody's funding, without funding from government. But of course, when someone comes up, turns up with an offer of something, you know, to go as good as $5 million US, any individual would go in for the same. That's how we fell into the trap. It was a good promise, we hoped so. And then, of course, we had not worked with this group. We wouldn't know them until we get closer to them and we say, hey, what's this? We are messing up our party. If we didn't bring in this people power group, the party would be still flourishing very well and without incidents or complaints. But along the way, you make a mistake, and sometimes you want to rectify it. At times, you may succeed in rectifying such mistakes. Sometimes it becomes very difficult. Formerly, they had promised a lot of pleasantries, including the commercial enterprises that had been registered and were awaiting licensing or authorization. But they promised me that since they were coming in power, they could be able to license most of my enterprises. The Export-Import Bank of Uganda Limited, Capital City Free Trade Zone, and many others. So when they gave us very good promises, we chose to take them on, hoping for that good offers to come our way. For example, we had an expectation of about $5 million that when their sponsors finally bring in this money through whatever source I don't know, that these people would be able to give us $5 million. It was not documented, but you have a mutual understanding that this money will be passed on to us if we give them a leeway to contest through our political party. So we agreed that we give them the political party, we give them the platform, and they will be there to cooperate with us in many ways. They promised positions, various positions, to be holding powerful positions within the political party, and that at the end of it, we have that $5 million to assist us in our commercial dilemmas. So we agreed, in principle. We think the promise of that good amount of money was quite a good one. So we agreed, we went in a venture. But eventually when we took on that venture, we thought it could materialize very well. we took step after another, one after another, hoping that these people would expedite the payment of the $5 million. But up to the time when we were not seeing that money, it became a problem. We had also to change our mind. And they say this is probably a bad deal. We shouldn't have gone in it. Definitely we shouldn't have gone in it. Because even administrative-wise, when you look at political parties or offices, if I nominate someone to stand in a certain area of these electoral processes, and someone does not honor, my appointment. So that it shows you the type of people we've been dealing with until when time came, and we thought we should continue with this kind of process. So you find that it's totally useless to work with such a group or team. So we gave up that idea.
Bobby Weiner, who is the president of this party and who was rightly sworn in as the president of this party, was answering back. He said that he was sworn in as the president of this party, and he
handing over the party constitution and a national constitution that will guide him through his struggle for leadership. I hand him the national flag as well, so that he ever identifies with the national priorities.
I, Chagulanyi Sentam
Robert,
having
been duly elected to the position of party president, swearing
in
the name of the Almighty, that I shall bear true allegiance to the national unity platform, and that I shall perform my duties without fear, without malice, and I will, and all ill will. So help me God.
Actually said that it is the ruling government, that is the NRM government, that is doing all this to see that he doesn't stand for presidency come 2021. Yes, of course, so many things have been done, and gone on saying that, you know, or he has gone on claiming that it is the ruling party that is doing all this to make sure he doesn't stand for presidency. But yes, we shall see, because it is a case that was taken to court, and there was like, he does not own this party. But we shall see as this case goes on, and we shall see what happens, because we saw him swearing in as the president of this party, and in the presence of Mr. Moses Sibalama, who claims that actually the party is not Bobby Wine's, where I said Bobby Wine is a president. Yes, but we shall see where all this heads to as we are heading towards 2021 elections. Now, this is not the first thing, like I said, that is happening to Honorable Chagulanyi. But yes, in the past weeks, I've reported that they asked for his documents, his school documents, and they complained about his age, but all that we know he shall overcome, and we shall see him on those ballot papers come 2021. And comes in from Nigeria, where some Nigerians in Edo State was
With the vote, every election we do here with the vote. People are sharing, and people are collecting, and people are voting. That's just the way it goes.
What are they sharing?
People they collect juice for side. You know they go outside, go to the video, they say,
You don't collect your own?
Me, I know they collect, I dey vote normal, and my conscience I can vote. No prepaid. Now see how bad they do it.
So far so good when we started the election as peaceful. But as we started noticing in APC, started paying for 5,000 naira for the voters. That is what was almost bringing destruction before you came in now. So vote buying is against electoral act, electoral rules, and we have tried as much as we can. But the leader here is somebody that we are supposed to respect, but he's not taking that position as a leader. He's the one that is championing vote buying here.
Who is your leader?
His name is Chief Edegbo Gogo. He's here, so he also votes against unit. He has been the one causing disruptions here.
Which party is
it? APC.
He's buying for APC?
He's buying 5,000 naira.
Voter.
5 voter. And they will instruct the voter to snap if they must pay you. When you vote, you will snap, you will take your camera, your phone in there.
Okay.
You will snap the ballot paper. If you don't produce that one, they will not pay you. So to show you vote for them, you take your phone closer, you snap it while you are printing, then you will now show it to they have agents there at the front there that you show it to. When you show it to that agent, they will not pay you 5,000 naira.
Okay, but have you complained to the security agents?
They have done a lot of jobs. They have been so wonderful here. They have tried to control him. They have been here and there talking to him. But they will just go in 10 minutes and you see him surfacing another angle. So that's just the only problem we have here. So far so good. The 5 unit here has been so peaceful.
Selling their votes. Now it's so funny that this does not only happen in Nigeria, but it also happens in my country, in Uganda, and maybe it happens in other parts of Africa. You know, these are things that happen in certain parts of Africa, and you're like, Africa is actually one, and I don't know why some Africans actually have hate for other Africans, yet we are one. Imagine we have been having NRM primaries just of recent. That was last week and the other week, and we had a lot of, you know, people buying votes, people's votes. And here it comes to Nigeria, where it also happened in broad daylight. People were only voting someone when they were given money. Can you imagine? People, our votes are very expensive. Your vote is not equal to the money someone is going to give you. You're going to vote the wrong people because you're selling your vote. So I think it's high time we ourselves revised this, that instead of selling my vote, I rather not vote, but voting is a right. So vote, but do not sell your vote. You're voting the wrong people because they have given you money instead of voting the right people. The right people do not need to give you money. They don't. You do not need to sell your vote. So these Nigerians were seen as, you know, selling their vote. They would only vote you, like I said, when you give them money. If you're not giving it to them, they wouldn't vote for you. So where are we heading to? Where are we headed to? Does that mean that we are headed to, like I said, voting people that do not deserve these positions? Because that is what it seems like. We shall continue voting the wrong people as long as we are selling our votes. So let us wake up, Africa, and stop selling our votes. Our votes are very important, and they are more important than that money that they give you. Because what do they give you? Like, for example, in Uganda, they will give you 1 kilogram of sugar, or 50,000 that some people cannot even use for a week, or 20,000 that is not even enough to feed your family for a week. And you're selling your vote, and you're voting the wrong people in office. Let us watch out what we do. And let us do this and know that we are making these choices for our children, for our families, for the next generation. But what choices are we making? Is the money that's the one leading us? Are these small handouts the ones that are leading us? Or we should watch out while selling our votes, because it is taking us to the wrong direction, because we are choosing the wrong leaders to lead us. Yet leaders who do not even have money can actually rule you very well, and they can take you to the next state as a state and as a nation. A story comes in from Uganda, where the president of Uganda made a whopping 76 years. Yes, happy birthday to the president of Uganda. He is the chairman of the ruling party, that is the NRM party, or the National Resistance Movement Party, and he's also their flag bearer. Come 2021, he's carrying the flag for them. And yes, like I said, he's ruling this country, and he has led Uganda for the past 32 years. So happy birthday to him. We wish him all the best in this new year that has come, and may he live to blow more and more candles. And while he's doing that, may he think about us as Ugandans, and may he do things that help the common man in Uganda. That has trending with Victoria this week. See you next week, same channel. Ciao.